Hey guys, unfortunately, we cannot see Max yet again. We're going into game week 27. The rules are now in the description, and unfortunately, the guy we can't see is the guy who won the previous game week.
I look, man. I apologize. All right, there's technical issues. Okay, look, I'm sure there's a lovely
Nah,
there's a lovely picture of
uh,
me on display. It's fine. Look, you all can say all these hurtful things all you want, but guess who won yet again, twice in a row? I told you the Leicester comeback was happening, and boy, you all best fucking get ready because it's here.
I mean, you only predicted one correct score. Like
How many?
yeah,
Okay.
I predicted one
that's
correct
not good.
score, and the
Oh
same as Leo.
no.
Okay, we don't talk about Shine because Shine couldn't even make it here. He was too embarrassed with how he did last week. But
Yeah,
I mean, you can say
that's
you can say all you want about that, but who won?
you did, unfortunately. Well, look, we're gonna plan to put an end to that, especially this week.
yeah. This week, Lucas, we're gonna win this week. One of us will win this week. I
Yes,
can't deal with
yes.
Max no showing the YouTube because he's acting like he's been curb stomped by Seth Rollins.
Let's come on, Leo. Why don't you start us off with Brighton and Bournemouth?
Yeah, well, as Max beautifully said, um, the first game on a weekday again is Brighton against Fulham, and it's a tough game. I would say Brighton winning 4-0 against Southampton, brilliant performance. But it's Southampton, and I think anyone can beat Southampton, or the B teams could probably beat Southampton. But and Bournemouth lost the Wolves, which is like a shock as well because you didn't expect it. I had Otago captained because I thought he's going to do well, but no. But I will back Bournemouth because Bournemouth. I do like Bournemouth and they're a really good team, but I think they're going to win 3-1. So Bournemouth will win 3-1. What do you think
I'm
about that, Lucas?
Yeah, I also think Bournemouth are gonna win 2-1. I mean, yeah, they had their red card against Wolves. But I still think that they are going to win. I mean, that's just a red card. It's barely anything against their performance. They're still going to beat Brighton. Brighton should have beat Southampton, so it's nothing surprising, really.
I think both of you are just going against Brighton for no reason, like calling them off. The last time they really faced each other, I'm pretty sure Brighton won that 2-1. And I mean, you say the red card's nothing, but they're losing their main centre back. That is big. Or second, whatever. It's one of their, first choice centre backs. And I'm thinking I'm kind of liking what Brighton's doing recently. They got 6 wins in the last 8 in all competitions. So do you know what? I'm going against the grain. I'm going 2-1 Brighton. But I will have it be known on the record that Cheyenne also agreed with you, Lucas, that he did say it would be a 2-1 Bournemouth victory. All
That's
right.
logical.
Yeah. Okay, on to
Mm.
Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa. Both these teams won literally like yesterday for us or 2 days ago, and I'm really liking Palace. Mateta ball. It's beautiful. Honestly, it's great. They've got 5 clean sheets in their last 7 games. Like in all competition, but
Mm.
still just 5 clean sheets. It's like he's got a really great team, especially at home. But you know what? Despite all the praise, I'm actually gonna go for Aston Villa to actually finally string up some back-to-back wins. I'm generally gonna go 2-1 Villa, despite everything
The
I said.
stat you quoted to us last week:
Yep.
back to back, no back to back wins for Willow, and how long?
Since January the 10th.
That's
Oof.
continuing, my friend.
That's,
That's
yeah,
continuing. I think Palace are winning. I think they're winning 3-1. Call it bold. I just have that much faith in Mateta. He's born to fuck Villa up.
Okay. I mean, technically, I do want it to be said that Villa didn't, Joe, never mind. I don't
but
know. I don't even know what I'm about to say. I had nothing. Leo, please talk. I apologize.
okay. So I'll save Max there from wherever that was. But I'm going to disagree with both of you. It's going to be a draw, 2-2. I feel like there'll be goals in this. I don't see any other team like outplaying each other. It's going to be a good game to watch. Probably, maybe even the best game of the. I can't even say weekend of the weekdays, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, Cheyenne has also backed you, Max, and he's
Hey,
gone for a 3-1 win, which for Villa, which that's fair enough. That can happen, but it's not going to happen because it's going to be a 2-2 draw.
Going into Wolves Fulham, I think this is going to be 2-1 to Wolves. Even though Wolves beat 10 men, you could put them against them. I think you shouldn't. I think this could be a turning point for Wolves. I think they're pretty much safe from relegation almost, even though they're obviously not. But I think Leicester, Southampton, they're going to stay there. So yeah,
What about
2-1.
Ipswich? Do you think Ipswich are going
No,
to stay there? Or
no, they're
they get
all staying there.
relegated?
Those are our relegated teams. I'm going to say that now. I don't think that's outrageous to say. Um,
Bold.
no, it would be a shame that all three promoted teams would get relegated though. It
yeah, it's
has
not very good, is it?
to. But no, it's if Wolves don't get relegated, it has to be those three. West Ham are 30 points in
Exactly,
16.
yeah.
So that's what it is. I'm going to say that this game's going to be a 1-1 between the two. I don't know. Fulham are very interesting defensively because they have a really they're really good when it comes to like their expected like goals and like not conceding. But when it comes to clean sheets, I think they're like one of the worst in the league, which I just find quite strange. When looking at these two teams, they're two teams that score relatively like the similar amount, but Wolves just concede a bunch. But I'm thinking with how Wolves have been recently, I reckon they can get a draw out of this. So I'm going to go 1-1.
See, well, you're wrong, both of you. Well,
Oh,
yeah, you
Whoa,
both are
okay.
wrong.
Whoa, we're wrong.
relax, buddy.
So
Enlighten us.
I,
What are we wrong
I'm just
about?
telling you. So Fulham are gonna win this. Come on, I don't know. I know they had a poor showing this past weekend, but yeah, they beat Forest 2 weekends ago. You know they're a good team, Fulham.
You're not
That's why
wrong.
they're gonna win. Yeah, I've gone for 3-1. I think maybe I'm playing safe, and I think there'll be goals. Well, I'm hoping there is, but oh, yeah, you guys are wrong there.
No.
And also, Shine agrees with me, and he's gone for 2-0, 2-0 Fulham. And continuing with Cheyenne, we move on to Chelsea Southampton.
Fulham
He's also
Chelsea.
not here. He's also not here because he's probably still upset because Chelsea lost again to Villa and looks like top four's not in the picture now for Chelsea. But Cheyenne has gone for a Chelsea 3-0 win against Southampton. Fair enough, I have to say. But it's going to be wrong because Chelsea will win 4-1 because, oh my God, if they lose to Southampton, oh my God, I think
They can't.
yeah,
They,
Southampton is so bad. I know
They will.
Chelsea have been underperforming every now and then, but if they do, oh my God, it will be a shock to the system,
yeah, no, you
shall we
can't,
say?
you can't lose to Southampton, especially at home. But
Mm.
despite how Chelsea have been, I mean, this is like 4 losses in their last 5 games in all competitions. But like this is just the game to bounce back. I mean, it just is. It's Southampton. Last time out, what Southampton lost 4-0 against Brentford. And I think that literally is going to be the exact same here today. I think
No,
Palmer's
they no,
what?
they didn't lose 4-0 against Brentford. Leicester lost 4-0 against Brentford.
No, okay. Southampton lost 4-0 against
Yeah,
some.
Brighton.
I got Brighton. Thank
Brighton, not
you.
Brentford.
Yeah, slipped my
Ah,
mind a little bit. Slipped my mind a little bit. But no, look, I think the same thing's going to happen here. I think it's going to be a 4-0 Chelsea win. I think it's going to be quite comfortable. I think the attacking players like Neto and Palmer who haven't been like sort of clicking recently, I think they're going to get it on.
Um, I think they're going to get it on. I think they are going to score 3, but that doesn't mean to say that Southampton won't score, and I think Southampton will score. I think they're going to score 2 against these Chelsea scum, Rev. Um, yeah, Chelsea. I mean, I can't blame Chelsea fans for not being confident in the team right now. I find it hilarious. But yeah, I can see Southampton scoring 2, but I think Chelsea they should and they will get the win because if they don't, that's quite shocking.
All right, Cheyenne did say 3-0. So just before we move on, I did want to ask about that just very, very briefly. You really think the team who scored 19 in 26 is getting 2 goals in the game, especially against a team fighting for top four?
It can happen. Look, Leicester scored 2 against Tottenham. It can happen. Teams that don't score can score goals. Like it's not impossible. I don't. I'm not happy about Leicester scoring 2 goals against us. By the way, I'm a Tottenham fan. It hurts me. We're doing better now, obviously. But enough about that. It can
All right,
happen.
fair enough. You are right. It happens. All right, moving on to Brentford versus Everton. Now, Brentford did get a 4-0 win. I'm not going to say against Leicester there. See, I got it this time. And obviously, Everton had that 2-2 draw against Man United. Under David Moyes, Everton's been really solid. It's the second largest undefeated run in the Premier League at the moment. And, well, the thing is, this game just, I feel like it can go any way because you never want to write off Brentford in any kind of game because Brentford really can have the ability to like, if Brentford beat anyone in the league, I'm not going to be too shocked. You know what I mean? I'm a Thomas Frank enjoyer, a Thomas Frank connoisseur. I rate that man so highly. But no, I think this game is actually going to be the first time Everton takes defeat in the Premier League for a while. So I'm going to go
Oh, bold.
2-1.
Yeah.
I'd say
Oh.
that is quite bold.
Go big or go home.
No, fair enough. I mean, I personally look. I rate Thomas Frank as well. I don't really rate Moyes as much, but Moyes has got a lot more stocks at the moment because Everton are obviously doing better. I think 1-1. Um, to be honest, I could see
Why?
Everton winning. Why? Well, obviously Everton are a strong team, but I think Brentford can always bring something. They're strong attacking wise, for sure. But yeah, Everton are very stable, doing very well. But I think they can be quite evenly matched. So 1-1. That's what I'm gonna say.
Before Leo does say his prediction of end shines, I do want to say respect David Moyes, bro. Respect David.
I just did. I just did. I said his stocks are
No,
very high at the moment.
at the moment, this is David Moyes.
Look,
Career. At the respect.
look. Chat to the West Ham fans. I know they're not the
In
brightest.
the
No
first
offense, but
in like 60 years. What do you mean?
yeah, I know. But like, look, there's a reason he got sacked at West Ham. I hate to be playing devil's advocate because I do think West Ham was stupid for firing him, but
Lopetegui ball didn't really work out too well.
exactly,
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I'm
that's true.
I rate David Moyes, so I apologize. All right, Leah, I will stop taking your time.
See, Max, we don't need to because I will continue with your point here. You got to respect David Moyes, ball, and they were the Man United game. They were stolen a win. They should have won that game. You see the
Oh,
penalty?
I saw that. Yeah, the
Oh
penalty.
my!
Yeah.
It was given, and then it was like, oh no, it's a dive, and he just Maguire's wrapped young. I'm like, hello, doesn't make sense, but you know, VAR is like legal match fixing, which that's what I call it. But yeah, Everton should have won that, and and they're gonna win again. I think they're pissed off. You know, they want to fight back. So that's why I put Everton are gonna beat Brentford 2-1.
All right,
And
fair enough. Go on.
sadly, Cheyenne doesn't agree with me. He's going for a 1-1 draw, like you, Lucas. He's copied you.
I would say great minds think alike, but there's only one great mind, and that's here. So,
Yeah,
on to the next game. On to the next game. Shall I have a say next week if he makes it? I'm gonna say. Wait. So this is Tottenham Man City, by the way. Speaking of
Yeah.
robbery, anyway, has anyone seen the Kevin Danso getting absolutely bodied off the ball? We should have got a penalty for that. Oh my gosh!
Absolutely wrecked.
Just because it's not televised. Come on, PGML. PGMOL. What's going on? But anyway,
don't worry about that.
onto the score. I think right. Just having watched the City Liverpool game, it's going to be 4-1. 4-1 to Tottenham. I know it's bold.
What?
No.
I'm gonna let you explain. I don't
Call me
get it.
delusional. Call me anything. That's
Yes.
not changing my prediction, and that's
Good
not
reason.
changing the score because the score we are going to thump City. We're 3 games in. Right, I know it's not very good opposition with 3 game run. United, we beat Ipswich,
We did Brentford before
beat
that.
Brentford as well. But it's Man City, and City aren't doing very well right now. I think if anyone can do 4-1, we've got a history of beating City. We can. That's what I'm saying.
All right, I'm going to. We did. To be fair, we did beat City 4-0 at the Etihad, but that City is clearly a bit different from a one now. They're clearly on better form, even if it isn't great. This City team have lost 4 in the last 6 in all comps. It's not brilliant. So I am going to say 3-1 to Tottenham Hotspur. I'm doing that now because of the trademark reasons, guys. Remember, don't call it Tottenham for some
Oh
reason.
yeah, Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah,
Sorry, Daniel.
Sorry, Daniel. Come on, you Spurs, Daniel. But no, I think it'll be a 3-1 Tottenham win. I think we're gonna get into a little bit of a roll, honestly, and this is also basing it on I don't think Haaland will be back starting anyway. So that's what I'm going for. 3-1. All right, Leo.
See, like I've got a Spurs win to Spurs are going to win 3-2. But just hearing Lucas's delusional rant, it just made me question my entire prediction.
Why? What's why?
There's
You don't think
City.
Spurs are gonna win?
No, I agree with you. Spurs will win. I say it straight. City are a great team, and they're just it's just not clicking for them right now. And you saw at the Liverpool game today that
Yes.
they just shut shop. It got 2-0, and Guardiola was like, "Let's not concede anymore," and then he went defensive, which makes is what it is. I think he knows his players and he knows what he's doing. But Spurs, you're going to win because Brendan Johnson's back, and the Welshman is scoring as well after scoring 2. So come up the Brendan Johnson, and he's
Yes.
the best Welsh player in the world at the moment. But yeah, so Spurs win 3-2, and Cheyenne, who probably has logical sense right now, and we don't, has gone for a Man City 3-1 win, which is probably get.
See, there's reasons why he's predicting these wrong things. He's not here. He's got all these scores wrong last week. It's,
All
it's
right,
adding. It's adding up.
don't pretend
Yeah,
3-C is not a logical prediction. Don't even do any of that. All right, let's move on.
it's probably the most logical
Talk to
one.
me next week.
No,
We'll
let's
cover this next week.
no, next week. All right, we're moving on to Manchester United versus Ipswich. Obviously, Manchester United had that 2-2. They kind of rescued it. And obviously Ipswich did lose 4-1 against Tottenham. You'll notice in the facts section for Man United, the positive, the only thing I wrote was Bruno Fernandes, and which may seem harsh, but truly when I look at that Manchester United team, especially without Diallo, without Menu, I, I don't know. I struggle with them. Sometimes at this prediction, I'm not even really even that confident in. It's solely on the fact that Man United they just have to have something go their way. You know how football works. Eventually something has to go your way. And I think against Ipswich, a team who really haven't had things go their way, is where Man United are going to see their joy. So I'm going 2-1 Manchester United.
Go on, Leo.
Well, so this was Amarin's first game as Man United boss, and if I'm correct, they drew 1-1. So we're gonna run it back, and it's gonna be a 1-1 draw. I see Ipswich doing a shocker and getting a draw, and I don't see Man United being able to score more than one goal. So 1-1 after they should have lost against Everton. Like, as a Liverpool supporter, saying Everton should have won. Oh my God, this is tough. But it was a definite penalty, and it just shows how VAR is such a joke, and we really need to get rid of it or get something better in to fix the rules, because I don't know how on earth you do not give that a penalty. But
Yeah,
rant over, Lucas. Give me your score.
I'll take the reins. I think what Max said about things having to go your way. That does have to happen. That's a phrase that goes along with United all the time. You always keep saying United things have to go. Since Fergie left, things have to go their way. Things have to go their way. But it hasn't, has it? But I think things are going to go their way. I think they're going to be 2-0 to United. I'm not really going to expand on that.
Yeah, do you know what? You don't even I can understand that. I already said why. Cheyenne agrees with you totally in that it will be 2-0 to Manchester United, so fair enough. All right, Lucas, take us on to Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal.
Okay, Forest v Arsenal. Now, Arsenal, they just lost 1-0 to West Ham.
I called
And
that. I called that.
yes, you called that. Fair
Well,
dues. In fact, I'm overjoyed. I wish I called that. But yeah, Forest 4-3 to Newcastle. Wow. I think Arsenal are going to win. Even though Forest, they are. I mean, their league, they are coming for Arsenal. You could say. I mean, even though their form hasn't been, they've lost 2 games in a row now in the Prem. But I think Arsenal, they've still got that quality, even though they didn't show it at West Ham. I think they've still got that level to beat Forest. So 2-1 to Arsenal.
I'm gonna differ. I'm gonna go the other way. I don't think I've actually predicted against Arsenal really all season or every single time since we've started doing this. And this is gonna be the first time. I think I'm gonna go 2-1 Forest, despite the 4-3 loss against Newcastle, a Newcastle team which deservedly won that game, but it was a much better second half from Forest. I feel like at home they're normally like very good defensively. And even though it's 3 losses in the last 5, I know it goes against them. I just feel like this is an Arsenal team again without an attack, an Arsenal team which might be feeling like, okay, the league's done, the league's over. So I feel like that shift in momentum and the fact that Forest are at home, I think I'm going to give Forest the edge, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory.
See, Max, I love where you're coming from, and I'm going against Arsenal. Forest are going to win 3-1. They scored 3 this week. They're going to score 3 again on Wednesday night.
Mm.
And they're going to win. It's just I just have that feeling, that inkling, and
That Arsenal
I
hate
think
feeling.
oh,
Yeah,
100%.
I understand totally.
But if Forest win this, they beat Arsenal. They're only 3 points then behind Arsenal. And then if Arsenal's lack of form continues and they keep dropping points and all, can we maybe I'm punching it, but can we talk about Arsenal not even making top 4?
I
Because
don't
Is one lost in
I
it's
don't
one
yeah, I don't-
loss in the last 5. I think it's a bit
I
loss
know
of form continue. I mean, they did lose
if
to
it's a
Newcastle in
big
the FA
if.
Cup, but it's not.
But Lucas, it's a big if. I'm not like suggesting. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah.
If just everyone, if they can hear the if, I'm saying if they do lose, there's a possibility that they could stumble. It's a very very low possibility that could
I will
happen. But
be there if that possibility happens, but I don't think it's likely.
yeah,
I don't think that's going to come to pass. I mean, this is their first loss in 15 league games. Great,
but how many draws and how many everything? They still dropped quite a few points, and I'm just saying that's how tough the league is.
I mean they have, but they're still winning most games. And when Saka comes back, and it really is just on Saka in my eye. When Saka comes back, which will be in like what a couple league matches, they're better than everyone else in the Department of Defense. I know the midfield let them down against West Ham, but no, they're on top compared to everyone else. So I don't see that as a possibility. But I mean, I would definitely like to entertain it. I can't pretend I wouldn't.
Okay, yeah, well, I understand that's me just saying a big if, but Cheyenne agrees Arsenal will drop points as well with a 1-1. So moving now on to Liverpool against Newcastle. I think this will be a really good game. I can't wait to watch it. I think Liverpool, I want Liverpool to win, and that's my bias, and I put them down to win. But I think it's a 3-2. Every time we play Newcastle, it's an entertaining game. This is a pre Carabao Cup final one, and wish Liverpool win that as well. So yeah, I've gone for a 3-2 win for Liverpool.
I have done the absolute same, the exact same. But I do when I say this, I do think Newcastle do have the ability to definitely get a point off you and potentially even a win.
Yeah.
But you've only
Oh,
lost
I agree.
one game in the league, which is why I'm so hesitant to give something to Newcastle. But you're right. Whenever these two teams play, is goals, goals, goals. It's fun. I think they'll definitely be missing Joe Linton in midfield for this game. I think he was just a massive loss there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give a 3-2 Liverpool win. But if I'm wrong, I mean, I can just see myself being wrong, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, I've also gone for a Liverpool win, but I haven't gone for as many goals as you guys have. Um, I can see there being more goals, obviously. But I think it's at Anfield. There's something about being at Anfield. I don't want to give too much to Liverpool, but I think Liverpool will win the game. I think it will be 2-1 to Liverpool. Um, so yeah, I think you are the better side in both attack and defense. So I think you should just win.
All right, that is fair
Yeah,
enough. And Cheyenne did
but
say a 2-2 between these two teams. So
which is just wrong.
yeah.
It's just wrong.
So he so he,
Just ignore Cheyenne.
he disagreed, but I mean we all only did say that Newcastle would lose by 1 goal, so we all do know the fact that Newcastle still can do something in this game. Now to move on to the last game of this week, it would be it will be West Ham versus Leicester. Now West Ham are coming off that win against Arsenal. They haven't had the greatest time under Graham Potter, but I don't feel like that's a reflection on him, but rather a reflection on the West Ham squad this season. They're without Bowen for a little bit, but now this 1-0 win against Arsenal. Momentum's going to be high. It's against Leicester, who respectfully are the second worst team in the league, in my eyes, who are coming off a 4-0 loss. I'm thinking Jared Bowen, man. I'm thinking Jared Bowen. That's all I'm thinking about because he is probably the greatest player. It has been spoken about. I saw it over on Twitter. I'm not calling it X. That Jared Bowen was the greatest player beyond the bottom six to really play in the last maybe like 15, 20 years. And I think I have to agree. Boy is phenomenal. For that reason, 4-1. I'm looking forward to it.
Leo, you look skeptical.
I'm just trying to picture Jared Bowen being the best player in what a bottom six team. Like
Not bottom
I
six,
know, I know.
more like outside of the top six. I guess when the
Oh,
top
that's who.
yeah, sorry. When the top six is
Out of
formed,
the
I'm not talking about like when Alan Shearer was in Newcastle with like Blackburn and
But
Newcastle,
we talking in the most recent,
Yeah. In the
in the
most
In
past
the
10
modern
years.
Premier League era.
How about Payet? He was a hell of a player
Payet is not touching
for West Ham.
Payet is not touching Bowen in his impact, in his goals. No.
I think we could get a list and we could compare this.
You know what? When
But
we'll one day do a football discussions video recently, we will bring that up so we can have a debate on that. But
okay,
we are in crunch time, so why don't you talk about West Ham?
yeah. So West Ham, fantastic result. It's proper brilliant, and I'm just happy that Arsenal dropped points. They now look like they're not going to win the league. But that's why you say Jared. I say he's with Danny Dyer, and he's going to celebrate again. We're scoring a hat trick, and West Ham wins 3-1.
Calling a hat trick, fair play. I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to call the exact same score. I think it is going to be 3-1 to West Ham. Leicester, they're gone. Bye, Leicester, out of the Premier League. Boop. West Ham, they deserve to stay. I mean, they're going to do better. I think they're going to start winning a few games now. It's time for them to kick on. So yeah, 3-1 to West Ham.
All right, and Shine did say the 1-0 to West Ham, so we all agree in a West Ham victory. Now, finally, he's not here, so I will say it in my best Shine impression that I can. It's time for double captains. Can't do it the way he can,
Oh
man. We
no.
miss him. I know we miss him. But look, I'm already talking. I may as well think I'll go first. I'm gonna double captain Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace. 2-1. Easy. Give me them 6 points.
See, that's a good shout. I do like it. I feel like that score could happen, but I'm gonna go back at Forest to win 3-1. I can see that happening, and that's why they're my double captain.
Mm.
You know, fair enough. I think I'm going to call West Ham Leicester. I'm going the easy way out just because Leicester are 100% going to lose, and I don't have as much confidence in any of the other fixtures, to be fair. Like, I could see Southampton drawing against Chelsea, to be honest, but, I think West Ham 100% will beat Leicester.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, well,
Speaking about that,
Cheyenne doesn't.
oh yeah,
We're gonna say the same thing
you
then.
guys say the same thing. I'll let you say it.
Well, speaking about, you just mentioned Chelsea could draw with Southampton. Cheyenne doesn't think that, because he's a double captain Chelsea to win 3-0.
Yeah, simple as that. All right. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I mean, you didn't watch my face, but you watched these two gentlemen talk. Thank you everyone for watching. Please let us know your predictions down below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.
Thank you.